Rowan Atkinson's cars are one of a kind, just like him, and he collected them over the years, selling a few at auction and keeping the rest, and features different models mainly from Britain and Germany. Let's take a deep dive into the Mr. Bean's car collection.
Yeah, I guess if you're Mr. Bean, you have to have the original Mini.
At the end of this video, we are going to reveal the most...
Is that looks like a first generation BMW 3 Series? Here, I'll move the camera. I'm surprised you would have something like that right here. Huh. Is that the car he drove before he made it? I don't know. Okay.
Expensive car of Rowan. It's a car which is so valuable and rarely seen in public. So stick around to the end to find out what it is. Number 10, 1964, Ford Falcon Sprint. Starting Mr. Bean's car collection with the 1964 Ford Falcon Sprint model. The Sprint model was a race car that he purchased in 2006 and sold at an auction in 2021. The car went for around $77,000. Or £56,250 through Silverstone auctions. Atkinson extensively used the car on the track and also had a head-on collision in the same car at the Goodwood Revival's Shelby Cup race that took place in 2014. Despite
he races. I'm surprised he bought something like that.
Being a head-on crash at Revival's Shelby Cup race, the damage to the car was minor. The Sprint model featured a 4.7-liter V8 engine instead of the regular 2.4-liter inline-6 engine in the standard Falcon. It is said that the Sprint car also served as the base for the Ford Mustang that came out in 1964.
Yeah, that's
Number
right.
9, 1993.
Oh, I like those.
500E.
I used to have an old Mercedes. It felt very solid. I had one after that. It was about 10 years after that with the double headlights in the front. It was a nice car. I heard, I remember people saying that was like the last real Mercedes. I guess the newer ones are not as solid, I heard.
1993 Mercedes-Benz 500E model was auctioned by the actor sometime in 2018, along with the 1989 Lancia Thema. The auction was a no-reserve auction.
Yeah, the 500E that had a big V8. That was like a four-door sports car.
And there was no information available on how much the car sold for. However, the 1993 500E was available in the US at an MSRP of $81,800. This 1993 car has fetched at an auction is $100,800. The 500E was Atkinson's third Mercedes after the 600 model. Atkinson's car was a left-hand drive
600, so he had the V12.
That was imported from Japan. When it went for the auction, the car had an odometer reading of close to 50,000 miles. Mercedes claimed the car...
Oh, it looked like it had cloth seats. I like that. Those are nice old school seats.
...accelerated from 0 to 62 miles per hour in 6.1 seconds and had a top speed of 155 miles...
Yeah, 0 to 60 in 6 seconds was a very fast back then.
The 500E
in the 90s
was built as a rival to the BMW M5.
Yeah.
Number 8, 2014 Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG. The 2014 Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG, owned by Rowan, was the coupe version that was priced at an MSRP
That's a nice
of $202,000. Finished in red, this car is still a part of the actor's collection. Being a low-slung gull-wing door car, it seemed hard for the tall man to enter and exit the car. Rowan was snapped cruising in the right-hand drive car in London in late 2014. The 2014 SLS AMG GT sprinted from 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds and had a top speed of 197 miles per hour. Furthermore, the gearbox also worked magic as it shifted lightning quick, with the manual mode also available for an engaging driving experience. The car also came with a host of lightweight component options, which further improved the performance of the car. Number 7, 2002 Honda NSX.
Yeah, the original
A unique
NSX.
example in the list, which includes the cars of Mr. Bean, is the 2002
I like
Honda
those, real lightweight, and he got the later model years.
X. This car is still a part of his collection, but excellent condition models can fetch a high auction value of $205,000. Atkinson's car is
It's like a Ferrari made by Honda.
in a blue shade on the outside. The car came with V6 engine with Honda VTEC, which made it redlined at 8,300 revolutions per minute. The NSX that is a part of Rowan's garage is a facelifted model that features fixed headlights and stiffer spring rate.
See there, I think it's a Honda NSX. Here in the States, it's an Acura NSX.
Number 6. 1977.
I think the consumer tastes are a little different, where people in the States wouldn't want to spend so much money on something labeled a Honda, so I think they came up with Acura instead. And the same thing with
Aston
Toyota.
Martin
People
V.
didn't want to buy a very high-priced Toyota, so they came out with Lexus. But I think in other countries it doesn't matter as much, the brand name, that is.
Vantage. Rowan Atkinson has had a couple of Aston Martin cars in his collection, the 1977 V8 Vantage being the first one. This car became a part of his collection sometime in March 1984, and he was the third owner. The 1977 Vantage is currently up for auction with an estimated price range from $180,000 to $220,000. The car was originally a left-hand drive model that was converted to a right-hand drive vehicle sometime after he bought it. The V8 Vantage was quick car with a 0 to 60 time of 5.2 seconds and a top speed of 175 miles per hour. Number 5. 2014 Bentley Mulsanne Birkin Edition. The Bentley Mulsanne Birkin Edition is one of the most exotic and rare cars in Atkinson's collection. It is not known when he acquired the car or how much he paid for it. However, a regular Mulsanne costs around $300,000. And a completely customized car can cost around $375,000. Also, the Muller Mulsanne model...
Yeah, that definitely makes a statement. It's not a very understated car there, is it?
5 units were priced at $500,000. So it's fair to say that the Birkin Edition would have had an MSRP of around $450,000.
You arrive in that thing.
The Birkin Edition was exclusive to the European market, and only 22 models were made. Bentley offered this car in only 3 colors: Ghost White, the monochromatic Damson color, and the two-tone dark sapphire and fountain blue shade. This model is named after Sir Henry Ralph Stanley Tim Birkin, the 3rd Baronet. He was a famous racer from the United Kingdom and raced for Bentley. Number 4. 2011 Rolls-Royce Phantom Drophead. Another rare luxury vehicle in Rowan Atkinson's car collection is the 2011 Rolls-Royce Phantom Drophead. The actor reportedly paid $500,000 for this particular model, and his car is finished in the North Shore blue color. Now many car buyers have a Phantom Drophead, but none of them feature a 9-liter V16 engine, and that is what makes it extremely rare.
V16,
the standard Phantom Drophead, on the other hand, used a 6.75-liter V12 engine.
Yeah, I've seen some of those around,
any
but not
details about the car's power and torque figures, or the transmission unit that was coupled to the V16 engine. The V16 engine was used on the early prototypes of the Phantom, but Rolls-Royce dropped the idea later on. Might be because of the fuel economy issues that can pop up with the V16.
Yeah.
Number 3. 1939 BMW 328 Roadster. The 1939 BMW 328 Roadster car owned by Atkinson is no standard model. It's the same car that won the Mille Miglia race. The car is wrapped in a silver exterior finish, and the actor was spotted in the car at the 2011 1000 Miglia race that took place on May 13th. This car is still a part of Rowan Atkinson's auto collection, but there is no information on how much he paid for it. However, for a better understanding, even a standard 328 Roadster fetches as much as $621,000 at auctions. The Roadster model was in production from 1936 to 1940, and BMW made a total of 646 units. The car featured an aluminum body with a steel ladder frame and just weighed in at 1,830 pounds. This gave the car a top speed of 93 miles per hour back then. The 328 model was quite closely related to the 326 and the 319 BMW cars, as it borrowed a lot of its mechanical subassemblies from them. Fun fact, the 326 was the first 4-door sedan from BMW. Number 2. 1986 Aston Martin V8 Zapato. This Rowan Atkinson sports car has quite a story behind it. Atkinson purchased this car for a reported price of $670,000, and then immediately got
That's an interesting looking Aston Martin. Is that a hatchback?
modifications done on it from Aston Martin Works Service. The modifications rebuilt the car as an AMOC C2 class category race car, which cost around $300,000, thus giving the car a total price close to $1 million. However, Rowan sold it for $162,323. A huge loss considering the investment.
Yeah.
Rowan Atkinson raced the car a couple of times and also crashed it once. After he sold it, the car was retired from competition. This was the only Zapato that Aston Martin Works ever modified. Later on, in 2016, Nicholas Mee and Co. modified the car to make it less track spec and more road spec. And then it was sold for £253,500, or $335,000. Number 1. 1997, McLaren F1.
Oh yeah, those have the 3 seats.
1997 McLaren F1 sports car tops our list of the most expensive cars in Rowan Atkinson's collection.
Oh, they're
the
nice.
car recently sold for a sky-high price of $12.2 million at an auction.
I remember when those came out, I think they were around $1 million, brand new.
Rowan Atkinson's car comes finished in a dark burgundy exterior color, and back then the actor purchased the brand new one for around $1 million.
Yeah.
During his ownership, he drove the car for over
I remember Jay Leno saying that was like the only car he bought brand new, I think.
41,000 miles. The F1 sports car was limited to 106 cars. This was the 49th car that Rowan acquired in March of 1997. The actor crashed the car 2 times. A accident in 1999 and a serious one in 2011. The 2011 crash cost close to 1.4 million USD in total, during which the engine separated from the chassis. During the accident, Atkinson also broke his shoulder blade. That's all. If you enjoy our videos, please don't forget to subscribe to Millionaire Garage to see more like it.